So I got one for you today. I'm a high school dropout, and I recently went to my 25-year class reunion. And I hadn't seen these guys in 27 years. I was supposed to graduate in 2000, and I dropped out in 1998. And I learned two really important things. As a matter of fact, I feel like I went to that reunion the poorest guy there, and I left the richest. Let me tell you about it. All right, so some quick background. I was supposed to graduate in the year 2000, but I dropped out in 1998. I was 17 years old, and I was living out of my 1977 Toyota Corolla. It was a little stick shift. It was crashed in. Actually got a picture from the yearbook. I'll pop it up here. But I'm 44 now, and I drive a 2014 Kia Soul stick shift also. It's paid for. And when I went to this high school reunion, the whole drive is about a 7-8 hour drive to get there. And the whole time I was super nervous about the fact that everyone there, I just knew they were going to be wildly more successful than I've ever been. Of course they are. They didn't drop out, right? And I went the long route. And so I was super nervous, and one of the things that I was really nervous about was pulling into the parking lot, because I knew they all were gonna be in nice cars and I'm driving my old piece of junk. And I have a history of driving a piece of junk. Even way back in high school, everybody knew me as the guy with the beater. And so when I pulled up to the event, my thoughts were correct. That parking lot, and it was just us. We had rented the event, the venue, and that parking lot was full of beautiful luxury cars. Not everything was new. And of course, there's my junky old Kia from 2014. So I park in the back of the lot, and I walk up, and I'm pretty nervous. And I don't drink anymore. I quit drinking 4 years ago. That's another video for another day. But I didn't have my liquid courage like I used to. And so I'm in there, I'm nervous, and I'm talking to folks. And as they get tipsy, as they drink and get tipsy, the truth begins to come out. And I begin to learn that half of these people have already gone through a divorce, and over half these people are strapped with crippling debt, and none of them own those cars outside. I asked everyone that I talked to, hey, do you own that, or are you making payments? A couple of them were leases, a couple of them were rentals. But nobody owned their car. I was the only guy who owns his car. How is that even possible? I also asked them, do you guys have any Bitcoin? Not a soul had any Bitcoin. We didn't really talk about investment, so I can't really vouch for whether or not they had any stocks, because I didn't get into all that. But I did ask about Bitcoin, because I discovered that in January. And I discovered primarily the purpose, the problem that it solves. And that's the key. If you don't understand the problem that it solves, then you won't care about it at all. And if you don't realize that there is a problem, why would you care about Bitcoin? So I just realized, it occurred to me that all these guys are stacking car payments, and I'm stacking sats. I'm the only one stacking sats out of this group. And so I wanted to make a video, because I feel like even though YouTube is packed full of information about Bitcoin and you can find whatever you need about it, I just don't think enough people are hearing from average everyday guys that are doing the dang thing. And so I just want to just put this out there. If you're not paying attention, you're not dollar cost averaging, or you don't even know what DCAing is, dollar cost averaging, whereby you buy a certain amount, a small amount of you transfer a part of your I can't even get this out. Transfer part of your income into Bitcoin every pay period at a set rate, or every a set interval every week, or however often you want to buy. I do it every pay period. And I've been doing it all year long. I just started this year in January. And it was actually thanks to a lot of guys on YouTube. I didn't really know what it was. I had to do my due diligence and find out what it was. In law school, I learned that, there was this website called Silk Road, and if you wanted to buy drugs, you had to exchange your dollars for Bitcoin in order to purchase anything privately. And I thought that was like a coin that was unique to Silk Road. I didn't think it had any purpose outside of Silk Road. And shame on me for not doing my due diligence. And so I just wanted to make a video, partly twofold. Number one, if you're watching this far, hit the subscribe button, because this is where the value comes in. Number one, if you're in a car with car payments and you don't have investment savings, you need to sell that car, buy something with cash, and begin saving for retirement. If you are working, you should be saving for retirement. If you think the last 10 years of your life slipped by really quickly, you should wait and see how quick the next 10 are gonna slip by. You need to be saving now. And if you have not done your due diligence on Bitcoin and done your research on that, I highly suggest you read about what that is. This is not financial advice. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer. And this is not financial advice. This is my personal experience, and I highly recommend that you all take the time to do your due diligence and dive into that. I don't want to ramble on here. This is my first video. If you are still watching, hit the subscribe button. Let me know who you are. I want to know you. I want to know that you guys are interested in this content, and I'm so excited about the possibilities for this channel. I've been making videos to my friends for years, but I've never published things to the public, and that changes today. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and take a look at this next video that I haven't even made yet, but I will link here whenever I get it. Talk to y'all soon.